12 things to do when you go to New Orleans. Number 1, the Apothecary Museum. Believe it or not, the first licensed pharmacist in the country was located in New Orleans. The building where he practiced is now an historic building and a museum that features many artifacts pertaining to the medical industry. Number 2, jazz parades. They call these second lines because there's usually a second line of people right behind the jazz musicians, people like yourself who have decided to join in the parade. Go ahead, have some fun, and be a part of a parade. Number 3, beignets. You can't go to New Orleans without trying the beignets. Many people would say that Café du Monde is the place to go for some beignets in New Orleans. While it seems to be the most famous beignet restaurant, it often has very long lines. I also tried the beignets at Café Beignet, not in the heart of the French district like one of the locations of Café du Monde, but I would rate the beignets at Café Beignet much better, and there was no line. In fact, all the food I had in New Orleans was pretty great. Number 4, ghost tours. New Orleans is considered one of the most haunted cities in America, so be sure to take a tour while you're there. I personally took 2 tours, one walking tour through the French Quarter and another one by bus out to an exclusive cemetery where they explained what was going on. Number 5, the Drum Circle in Congo Square. You'll definitely have a good time if you go down to Congo Square at 3 p.m. on Sunday afternoon to see the drum circle. You might even be able to join in. It's part of the voodoo religion and a ceremony that is done by the people who practice voodoo today. Number 6, a parade. There are parades there all the time in New Orleans. You don't have to wait for Mardi Gras. They throw a parade for just about every occasion. I went down for the Halloween parade. Number 7, dinner cruise on the Mississippi River. If you want to go and have your misconception cleared up about voodoo and learn what it's really all about, go to the Voodoo Museum. Number 9, a plantation. As it is the South, New Orleans, or at least just outside of New Orleans, has plenty of plantations for you to visit. I went to Oak Alley Plantation, a beautiful place that was also the site of where Interview with a Vampire was filmed. Number 10, the swamp. You can take a ride on a swamp boat or go on an airboat. Either way, you're bound to see some alligators. Number 11, the Garden District. Taking a walk through the Garden District is definitely a must for those who want to see where celebrities live. Anne Rice's house is there. One of Nicolas Cage's old houses is there. I believe even Sandra Bullock had a house in New Orleans. You can see them all if you walk through the Garden District. Being down south, you might assume that New Orleans has plenty of African American heritage. Of course it does, but not just what you think. There's also the birthplace of jazz and the birthplace of rock and roll, which is now a laundromat you can go and visit.